is me, Jonathan, original carnivore bodybuilder that's openly enhanced. I'm not a fake natural like some others in this space. Anyway, just woke up, woke up at 5:30 today, as per usual, usually about 5:30, 6 o'clock. What I tend to do is, if it's a bit crap outside, not much sunlight, I'll leave my blinds closed in my room and actually turn my red light on. What I then do is actually got a fan here behind me. That's how I'm doing my podcast at the moment, on that little camera stand. My red light behind me, just where my back is, I tend to just lie on my back over it. If not, if I'm feeling like I just can't twist around like this way in the morning, what I might do is I might just have it in front of me to the side or something, just so I'm getting that red light exposure, which helps sensitize the cells and photoreceptors to respond to sunlight later to a much greater degree, so I can top up my stores of melatonin in the morning when I go for my morning walk, and therefore have a high secretion of melatonin at night to help me sleep. So that's very helpful there. I've also got my air conditioning unit on. I currently set at 16 degrees Celsius. My body always runs hot. Some little biohacks that I use might be useful just to hear about. So it sounds a bit peculiar, but I actually use this thermometer temperature gauge. It says if it's wet or not, which is really helpful, so I can look outside and be like, fuck me, it's right. This machine's right. 70% chance of it being wet. And it is wet outside. Brilliant. Right now it's currently 18.7 degrees Celsius. I figure that's partly because this temperature gauge works exactly where it is positioned in the room. I'll put it in my bed, it's a bit warmer surface, it'll be a bit hotter. But generally speaking, it's usually running about 17 degrees at night, something like that, which is manageable. What I also have next to me here is, it's basically like my gadget box now. So I've had my room recently moved around, tidied a little bit. So what you'll see here is a load of wires, a lot better than what it was. I've actually got my chewing gum, that's hard chewing gum. Helps stop me grinding my teeth as much. When you're in a lot of pain, you tend to grind your teeth naturally. Vape pens and things, they're handy for like middle of the night pain flare-ups, so I don't have to like administer medication or use droppers and all things. I use here caffeine gum, can't really see it in the back bottle. Just some different other various gums as well, just because I find chewing gum helps me concentrate, takes my mind off other things. It's a little biohack of mine. Other devices, my breathwork gadget. So basically you put that in your gums, in your mouth, you breathe in, breathe out. You box breathing, it's got a nasal clip, and it has a little remote thing that you can helps you to sort of guide you as well. So it's got like a little talking voice in it. It sounds a bit weird, but yeah. So I have that in my gadget box. Other biohacks I use, so if pain is flared up quite high, especially in the morning, I'll typically use these. So this is a deep heat cream. I believe it's got, what's this, muscular and rheumatic aches, pains and stiffness. Tremendous. It actually says deep heat. I find it extremely cold, which is nice. So that's how I use it. So I actually have these scattered around the house. It is a red tube. You can get it for about £2 on Amazon, or probably like Poundland, stuff like that, I imagine. Yeah, it's a good product. I recommend it. I'll leave a link below, my Amazon affiliate links thing, because I do find practical use in it. Other things I've got here, always carry a pen of some sort. It's handy to write stuff down when you need to get on the phone or whatever, and maybe your phone's buggered and you can't type stuff in. I also have an additional red light. It's just if I'm navigating the house or need to do something. It requires a bit more of an intensive kind of look at things. Effectively, I can change this to different colours as well. It's less abrasive than like a bright white light. I can change the intensity of that as well. My digital body fat calipers, I measure this not always every day, but maybe every week or so. Maybe no, that's a bit of a lie. But like 3 or 4 times a week. So I measure that just to keep my body composition in check. Around the bottom of my room, I've got a red LED trim, so I don't die in the middle of the night if I trip up. And that has a remote there, so I can change the colour of it if I want to, but I tend to just leave it at a red. The things I've got, a supplement box. So I do use a supplement box to put my supplements in. So that'll have things like NAC. I might have a bottle of digestive enzymes here somewhere, just in case I get a bit of a tummy upset. So digestive enzymes are quite useful as well if you don't absorb vitamins and minerals and things as well. They help improve the acidity of the gut, so the pH is more appropriate. Yes, your body does regulate it itself, but if it's an aid, you're going to use it. You don't want to live in 8 out of 10 pain all the time, guys. Most people would top themselves within about a week of living in my body. So you have to acquire this. You have to acquire and accumulate this skill set over time to know what to do, when to use it, how to use it. That's largely it. Generally speaking, yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Things are manageable at the moment-ish. If I do need more medication, I will use my prescribed medical cannabis oil, my prescribed medical cannabis gummies. They've got different effects. The gummies tend to have more of a body high feeling, which is more useful if I'm in pain. If I want to get almost like a knockout effect with a high THC to CBD ratio, I use the oil. So yeah, it's not hard and fast rules of which I use when, but that's just what I tend to use. I find it quite helpful. But on to the next thing. You too could own one of these lovely, custom, tailor-made by someone in China, I imagine. Top, it's like a vest top sort of thing. Carnivore muscle on it. I have lots of things like this in my merchandise store, which I'll link below as well. It's a way of supporting me, so it's not my direct product, as in I don't personally send it out. You're not going to get letters from me saying thank you for your purchase. I certainly do promote my own clothing, things like that. I've got about 500 plus products, so if you want like a water bottle, a shaker, teddy bears, stickers, all sorts of things, bandanas, stuff for your pet, stuff for your baby, stuff for your family, gifts. There's all Carnivore Muscle approved clothing on the link below. It's basically a drop shipping merchandise thing, so I believe I get something like 10% of the sales, which is pretty good. So if you spend, I don't know, 70 quid and you get yourself some shorts and a hoodie maybe, something like that, something else maybe as well, I might get about 7 quid out of it. So it does help me out a lot, and it means you actually get something for your money. So yeah, it's my latest logo. Brilliant. So I'll buy some shot. Just because someone says I look small, and I'm like, I'm 100 kilos shredded. It's not good enough. The standard's not set high enough. No, I do this partly just to troll people as well. So if you've got offended by that, you've definitely been trolled. In life, with some of my struggles in life, I do suffer from the moment I wake up. So I have to wear these sort of clothes. They're very baggy, loose. I would say very sort of big clothing with a tie at the front, just so I can easily fasten it. These are kind of like harem pants. They're pretty cool. I think I got them on Temu or something. But I wear things like this just because they're easy to slip on and off when pain's impossible, so I can't even reach my toes all the time. You might be able to tell here. Carnivore muscle toes, live in action. Yeah, and there's fake tan on those, so I need to get them sorted at some point. Anyway, on to the next thing. See, here is my waist belt. So I use this almost like as like a waist trainer kind of thing, but it also helps keep me sturdy. And it's got some rods in the back which help support some bending or twisting, limits my range of motion a little bit. Which is exactly what I want, because sometimes I can be a bit overzealous, want to move around too fast and bend too much, and it's just not good for my back. So that's what I've been doing recently. I've been wearing something like that. And I'll essentially wear this if I'm up and about for a long period of time during the day. It's Father's Day soon, you can probably tell. And what you see here is my red light. I don't have red light bulbs, but basically covered them up with like a cellophane cover. The thing is with these sort of rooms, they use very bright lights because they're very dark rooms. I don't want bright lights. I'm very light sensitive, so having those when I turn them on. I'll show you quickly. You might not be able to tell because of red lights and still, but yeah, it's a lot more red than what it appears on the screen. But there we go. So that's just what I use. And if anyone's wondering about my teddies, where are they? They're all up here. And that's some random cholesterol blocking thing I've got given, but I'm trying to get rid of it. Flog it, so I don't know. Probably doing the world a disservice by even keeping it. But yeah, that's what my teddy's here. I might show you through. It's got this one. I got the one. It's a blood test pack I buy, so I pay about 120 quid for these every 3 months. That's an expense which I do have, just to keep on top of things. My GP will test my blood for things, but not things we want as carnivores, so it's a bit awkward. This is one of my most prized possessions. This is Deborah. She's a teddy. She actually has a house in the back, so you can zip her up and put her back in and herself. And it says "Home Sweet Home" on here when you pull it out. It's quite sweet. Now it knows I've got an obsession with pigs. So I do have a lot of pigs over here, as you can probably tell. A lot of them are gifts and things. Past and present loved ones. Yeah, I'm going to go outside now maybe with George. Yeah, I'm chewing gum from the moment I wake up. Nicotine gum and caffeine gum. Mild pain relief, a bit helpful, not going to kill me. I need a shave. During guys, I'll be having a shower. I tend to sit on that because I can't stand very long. I tend to use I used to put my hands over it, and I'll do like an ab vacuum, so I'll lean forward slightly, just to keep my core tight and strengthened. And then I'll just sit on that. I'll position the shower over me. Then I'll use like scrubbing gloves, exfoliating gloves, and get rid of all the crud I can possibly reach. But yeah, that's me where I shower, and I don't use those things. Just use hot water. Just about to take George for a walk now. On my carnivore muscle. Walking steady. Sturdy. I've taught George not to watch. Wait. George, get down. Sit. Pull. Close enough. Off you go. He's happy. Yes, what I usually do at this time is I'll get home, assess how I feel, and measure if I need to sort of really use what dose of what medicine. It's cannabis oil, generally speaking, but edible versus oil, different onset of action. Depends how I feel, just subjectively. Come on, George. Good boy. He's quite well trained generally, but he is naughty. He's about 9 years old nearly. Acts like a pup. When I get home, I'll just I'll sort out my tablets if I need to take any, and write in my journal, and do my tracker, my log, just to see what's going on in terms of like my body. I'll write everything down that I did yesterday, using subjective and objective markers to work out did I have a successful day or not, how was sleep, all that sort of thing. So I log every single thing I do every single day. Here's my breakfast, starting early. It's an omega-3 oil, very pure. Seen the labs myself. There's no aldehydes in it at all. They've been measured. For anyone that's wondering, oh, but K said that they're all toxic. Bart K will also say that they're not all toxic, because when he measured them, they weren't all toxic. So this is one of the ones that isn't toxic. Common sense applies here, guys. I can link this one in the Amazon affiliates as well, probably below. So use that one. Use maybe 2 capfuls of that a day, so like 10 mil, something like that. Lamb kebabs from M&S, beef smash burger with Gruyere, parmesan, and a fried egg, which I'm not very good at. This is British bone broth, boiling broth. You can't really see it, it's in here. I usually add the fats from the air fryer into there, just to add a bit of nutrition, a bit of butter as well. Yes, I do weigh all my food because I'm not species appropriate and I'm not ancestral, apparently. This is what I use for the bone broth. Good friend Rachel Downs recommends it, produces it, obviously recommends it. That's what I use. So good product. They do different flavours as well, and I'll link that below. Social service actually managed to put a handrail in a few weeks back, which has been really helpful. So getting down the stairs is a lot safer and a lot easier now. So I'm grateful for that help. Help, keyword help. Telling people to buy a supplement online or buy a book is not help, it's frustration, unsolicited advice. It's annoying, it doesn't help me. I've tried it all, I've read it all, and there isn't anything out there I've not read, unless it's like obscure. I haven't drank piss. No, I'm not going to drink piss either, so don't ask. But yeah, just remember the channel guidelines for my videos, guys. They are clearly linked below where it says channel guidelines. So basically just don't harass me, don't tell me what to do, don't give me unsolicited advice, respect boundaries, things like that. Just common sense things which everyone should use and apply in their day-to-day lives. But there we have it. Bit of vascularity this morning, pre-breakfast. We getting there. Let's have a look. Wearing 0.2 kilos of clothing, so I'll deduct 0.2. So I'm 100.8 kilos. Yes, I do this every morning. What can be measured can be managed. Not weighing yourself, unless you've got an eating disorder, probably detrimental. Probably means you're going to achieve your goals as fast. What people say, yeah, but I've got a problem with the scale. It's like, no, you've got a problem with the food. It's the problem with the food that's the issue for most people. Eat the right food, track your weight, track your measurements, subjective, objective, whatever it is that's relevant to you, how you close fit. Track something, for fuck's sake. Don't be useless. There's no room for this, like, oh, I can't achieve my goals. Meanwhile, you're not weighing yourself. No wonder why, because you're not accountable. Keep yourself accountable. Do better. Always upgrade your standards. Never settle for less.
Carnivore Optimized. This isn't just an ebook. It's a call to arms. This is a radical blueprint for those who refuse to bow to the modern health crisis. It's built on ancestral truth, forged in pain, and written by Jonathan Griffiths, autistic athlete, spine disease warrior, and founder of Carnivore Muscle. This 80-plus page guide dismantles the lies we've been sold and hands the power back to you. You'll learn why meat heals and fake food harms, how to restore energy, hormones, and focus, strength training without burnout, tools to beat fatigue, gut issues, and brain fog, how to stay strong in a weak world. Every purchase is a stand against the globalist agenda, fueling a movement to return health, power, and freedom back to the people. Rebuild yourself. Reclaim your fire. Own your biology. Download now.
I'm currently wearing some, I've got some beef tallow on, it's probably white spots somewhere, but I just effectively have like this white beef fat. I rub it over my face just to, I don't know, rehydrate overnight. Probably increase the amount of vitamin D I can get from the sun, I imagine, but helps hydrate my skin because I do get dry skin sometimes. Other than that, what I usually do now after breakfast is go into my YouTube, my emails, messages, check for anything I missed. Usually I'm sort of getting a comment, which I'll probably get a comment under this video, saying something like, what do you think about high-fat carnivore? And I'm like, alright, context, in relation to what? Like, what do you want me to say? Good, bad, well, no matter what I say, someone's going to say, oh, but, it's always like, but, it's like, they ask me a question, I give them my answer, they say, but, steak and butter girl says this. I'm like, I don't care, she's not a nutritionist, I don't give a fuck what she says. She can call me an arsehole for all I care. I don't think I've got beef with her. I've got beef with her approach, definitely. Her approach is piss poor, it's embarrassing. It's not appropriate for charging people money for, no way. But that's another story for another day, but yeah. It's usually a point in the day where I get a bit wound up because I'm just dealing with arseholes on the internet. Then people say, don't listen to them, Jonathan. I'm like, do you know how many messages I get? You think, oh, you've only got 13,000 channel subscribers. You think I've uploaded one video, say that video overnight, I might get 5 comments, I don't know, 10 comments. I've got 800 videos, guys. I'm battling with 800 videos. Obviously, not all of them are evergreen by any means, but 800 plus videos of just comments all the time, constant stream of just badgering questions. You wouldn't go to a doctor and expect free advice, unless it's like the NHS, in which case you have to wait for it, but you pay for that through your taxes and things like that. I don't get, the tax man isn't giving me dividends for answering people's questions all day, so sorry if that seems abrupt, but I'm disabled, I can only function a few hours a day, so if people can bombard me on social media, you're going to get some sort of thing like a link to my consultation or something, and it doesn't mean I'm nonchalant, non-caring, it just means I have to look after myself and my mental health. I do spend about 17 hours per day on my phone, doing stuff social media wise, content creation. It's absurd, it's not appropriate for a human being, especially not someone with autism, CRPS, failed back surgery, chronic fatigue syndrome, God knows what else I'll probably have. So yeah, show me some respect, guys. If you don't like my content, that's completely fine, just get off the video. This isn't a place to harass and hound people. It's just me sharing my experience, and yeah, I do have informative videos, most of them are ideally informative, they're educational, but they're there for a purpose to help people and guide people along the way. They're not custom, they're not tailored. Just remember that when you're watching my videos, when I say, yeah, it's probably a good idea to get 15 minutes sunlight 3 hours per day or something like that. Maybe you don't need that much, maybe you need more, maybe you need less. You know, I just encourage people to run their own experiment, like I do, track their own data, their own metrics, and find a way. That's what's most important. And I can't handhold everyone. It's absurd. I've had to hire a virtual assistant at this point just to respond to Instagram messages, because the amount I get is, it's great people want to get in contact, but they don't want to pay me. I'm a professional, I've been doing this for a long time. I've got a lot of pedigree in this niche. It's not a big niche, but carnivore bodybuilding, anything health related and nutrition related, is definitely my forte. Especially want to point out I am the only carnivore nutritionist in England that I know of, and that has like a social media following to, you know, above like 50 people or 100 people, whatever it is, I don't know. Richard Smith, he's technically a nutritionist, is not a protected term. But if we're talking about people that have a human nutrition degree, which I do have, which I earned and studied for, yes, I am the only carnivore nutritionist influencer in this country. also happen to be very disabled. So, yeah. And this isn't a car shade on Richard, it's just a formality thing. So, when you type in Carnivore Nutritionist England, I should be the first person that comes up. Really. Technically speaking. Yeah, I like Richard. He's come to my birthday parties. It's not a knock on him. I've got so much admiration and respect for him. Honestly, it's not coming across in a way that probably sounds to you guys, but it is a formality thing. It is a matter of fact. I do want to point that out. Yeah. Love you, Richard. So at this point in the day, I tend to get really, I don't know, busy. I'm lying here and you think, why are you busy? Well, answering phone calls, booking hospital appointments, blood test checkups, GP calls, a lot of like life admin stuff, usually if it's not a gym day. Today's not a gym day. Usually I go Monday, Wednesday, Saturday to the gym. Today's a Friday. So yeah, I'm gonna try and have a little nap now if I can. I've got a food order on delivery soon. So that'll be like meat, some fish, stuff like that. Maybe a few like bottles of water or something, I don't know. Yeah, I'm good. Behind the scenes this morning I've been recording a day in the life video. It's currently 10 AM. The video so far will be at least half an hour long. Bear in mind I didn't record everything, so that's, yeah. They're not fun to watch, guys. I don't like watching these sort of things, but people ask for it, so see how it goes. Yeah, the whole video will be like a documentary by the time I finished it. Not documentary quality, but in terms of length. Yeah. So just been doing some rebranding for my site. Going outside in a second, get some sun. Anyway, this is what I've got now for meal 2. So some beef brisket I cooked yesterday. Just cut it up and tore it apart. It's effectively cooked in its own fat, so it's quite yummy. That's what the juice is at the bottom. And I've got my Carnivore protein shake here. I was thinking of doing a clever thumbnail there, but I'm not. There we go. Yes, it's just the recipe's on my site. If not, it's in my ebook, Beef Up Carnivore Bodybuilding Bible. The recipe is on my playlist channel, so click on that on YouTube. It's all there. Got some methylene blue around my mouth. Looks like I've got a mouldy lip. Yeah, it's now about 1:15. What we're going to do now is we just have a break. Me just lying down. Other than that, I've been doing like social media stuff, responding to comments and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to get a new sign up behind me here, just saying Carnivore Muscle on it, just to represent the brand a bit more. Anyway, very good. I'm still methylene blued. Fantastic. Just been emailing people back and forth. So I'm going to be I'm going to be a paid guest at the Carnivore Great British Meetup in Somerset. I'll link that below the video. And I'll be just there hanging around, so you can come meet me if you're about. All the information will be in the thing. I don't have an affiliate code, don't have anything like that, so you won't be able to I won't be able to benefit from anything you purchase from that. But if you want to meet me, it'll be a great opportunity to do it. So I'll be there, perhaps with a stool or some sort, somewhere to sit down, have a chat, talk about carnivore, muscle in general, anything to do with sports performance, exercise, pain, autism. Yeah, come meet me there. But, I'll link the details below. Well, this lucky chap's getting walk number 2 today before meal number 3. Impeccable. Meal number 3, so bone broth, beef brisket, 2 lamb kebabs, salmon fillet, and there's a big old burger under it, you can't really see, but there we go. Looking forward to this. So this is my 4th and final meal. Carnivore milkshake, again, recipes on my YouTube channel under the playlist. It's also in my Beef Up ebook. I've got here my beef brisket there with some Gruyere cheese and 2 fillets of salmon. And I've also got a bone broth that's sat next to me somewhere, but I won't be able to get a video of it. But that's largely it. So that's my full day of eating, day in the life sort of thing. Between that, I try and have a nap. If not, then I just get on with some work. Today was quite an intensive social media day today. I spent so much time answering questions, honestly, and responding to like nonsense. It's a waste of energy. It doesn't serve me, it doesn't help anyone. I just hope that the content I do put out is informative and people get benefit from it. I may do a little other update at the end of this little segment here, but that's it for now. But yeah, look at that, very pleasant, delicious beef salmon brisket, bone broth in the corner somewhere, and a Carnivore milkshake just here. This pain is not right. There's no human on earth that should have to go through this. It's disgraceful. Just had an email through from hospital, so I'm going to be getting an MRI done, thank God. I don't know when, but hopefully sooner rather than later. So yeah, basically I've got a wonky titanium spacer between my L5 and S1 vertebrae. The rods are put in the wrong position. They're pointing downwards too much, according to my current doctor. And the one of the screws is loose. I've got loose screws. Go figure. So yeah, when I get an MRI, they'll be able to update me a lot more detail and see if I need a spinal revision surgery or a spinal cord stimulator. So either way, I'm going back under. It's not much fun. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Cheers. Hello guys, good morning. So soon we're going to be starting up at South Coast Powerhouse. There's Marty and Danny in the background somewhere there. I'll put the link below with like the maps, all the places where to go. Starts very soon. There's lots of competitors, different categories, all sorts. There'll be a hog roast as well, so it's worth joining if you want a day out, a bit of food, and see some athletes at work. Nice one.